Hello, subscribers. This is yours truly, JBlue68. And first of all, I want to say happy comic book day, happy comic book week, and whatever time and place you are in place or wherever you are in the world. I hope that you're having a good day, good evening, good morning, that you're safe and secure. I want to say thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you for liking my channel, for commenting on my channel. Please continue to put those comments below. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit the like button, share and subscribe, and tap that bell so you can get videos as I post them immediately. Well, this is going to be something different from Marvel. We're going to be doing a DC preview of previews. And I do these all the time when it comes to DC Comics. And I find something very, really fascinating about this particular cover of the DC previews. This is free. You can pick it up in any comic book shop. Came out last week. This is actually the front of the book, which features "The Future Is Now, Legion of Superheroes." But what I really wanted to highlight and show is what I see here. A new series called Far Sector. And you can see this particular character has a Green Lantern ring on her. I have beside her the John Stewart DC figurine. As I'm excited to present in this video the next Black or African American, I believe, Green Lantern character. But this time a female Green Lantern. That is very interesting. We're going to show that in a moment. Get in as I open up this book and show you what's happening. All right, so let's go ahead and open this up. That should have actually been the front of the cover instead of on the back, but whatever. So, DC Comics. Let's get into this. Their upcoming books to be solicited from now until November. All right. So first up, we see Batman White Knight presents Von Freeze, #1, written by Sean Murphy, Klaus Janson, covered by Sean Murphy, and variant cover by Klaus Janson. Okay, so they're doing all the work. Very interesting. Very good. Von Freeze. It's a one-shot. Probably get that. Then we get into this particular series, which I highlighted in my previous DC Comics video previews, the Dollhouse Family from the Black Label. And the Black Label is getting a lot of headline, a lot of praise from DC comic fans. As you know, the Joker movie comes out in October. I'll be in Baltimore, Maryland, with my baby brother. I hung out with my oldest brother at the Michigan Comic Con. I'm actually going to be in New York, and I'll also be in Baltimore, Maryland in October. Two places. I'll be at the New York Comic Con, and then I'm going to go see my brother in Baltimore, Maryland, and we're going to go see the Joker movie, starring Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker. But that particular Joker movie is based off of the Black Label Joker character, which again is a much darker, more foreboding type of take of DC on their particular heroes and villains, not really meant for kids. All right. And here's the hero I just showed on the cover. New character, written by N.K. Jemisin and artwork by Jamal Campbell. And Jamal Campbell, as you know, is one of the artists or primary artists on the Naomi series, written by Brian Michael Bendis, a series that has received much praise. It says here, N.K. Jemisin, the acclaimed award-winning author of the Broken Earth and Inheritance science fiction trilogies, makes her comic book debut with best-selling Naomi artist Jamal Campbell as they thrust you into a stunning sci-fi murder mystery on the other side of the universe. Goes on to say, for the past 6 months, newly chosen Green Lantern Sojourner Joe Mullen has been protecting the city, enduring a massive metropolis of 20 billion people. And that's interesting. They chose that to be her name, Sojourner. As I know, and some of you may know, in Black history, Sojourner Truth was one of the heroes of the anti-slave movement to help to sojourn and help free a lot of slaves during that time. So they chose that name of an historic character, a real-life historic character and hero, as far as I'm concerned, during the days of slavery, to bequeath this character with that same name. I love it. I can see me highlighting this character for Black History Month, February of next year. Anyway, the city has maintained peace for over 500 years by stripping its citizens of their ability to feel. Huh. Yikes. Don't know if I like that, but hey, if it works. As a result, violent crime is virtually unheard of and murder is non-existent. But that's all about to change in this new maxi series that gives a DC Young Animal spin to the legacy of the Green Lantern. And this is from DC's Young Animal line. So they're starting all kinds of different lines to, I guess, get more, solicit more interest in their comic books. Hey, I'm all for it. If it works, cool. Next up, we have Genlock #1. These are, again, our books coming out in November, written by Colin Kelly and Jackson Lansing. Then we have Green Lantern #85, the Facsimile edition. I finally learned how to pronounce that word correctly, written by Dennis O'Neil. Excuse me. Then we have Green Lantern Black Stars #1, written by Grant Morrison, the infamous Grant Morrison. That should be very good. Art by Xermanico, and cover by Liam Sharp. Very interesting. I think that's from the Black Lantern Corps. And we have He-Man and the Masters of the Multiverse. Everybody's doing a multiverse, written by Tim Steele. John Constantine, Hellblazer #1, written by Cy Spurrier. Hopefully I didn't slaughter that name. The Infected, King Shazam #1, written by Sana Grace. Know that name very well. The Infected Scarab #1, written by Dennis Hopeless. Nice cover there too. Both have nice covers. And here is the this insert is actually the title page of this particular preview book, Legion of Superheroes #1, written by Brian Michael Bendis, my man. And then Ryan Sook is the cover artist. And Jim Shung is a cardstock variant artist. Comes out in November as well. The Question, The Deaths of Vic Sage, #1. And it gets into a whole Q&A right over here about this particular book and character, written by Jeff Lemire. All right, well, we're not going to get into that. Next up, the Dark Multiverse again, Blackest Night. Tales from the Dark Multiverse, Blackest Night #1, written by Tim Steele. Tales from the Dark Multiverse, Infinite Crisis, written by James Tynion IV. Nice covers there. Diana, Princess of the Amazons, by Shannon and Dean Hale. Green Lantern Legacy, written by Min Lee. To that, we have Wonder Woman Warbringer, written by Leigh Bardugo. And then Batman #83, written by Tom King. Dig that. Oh, wow. He's holding Bane over his head. This is basically looks like a revisit of what happened to him when Bane had him in the same position and broke his back. You know payback when you see it, Bane. You know payback when you see it, brother. Next up, we have Batman Beyond #38, written by Dan Jurgens. Nice cover there. Batman vs. Ra's al Ghul #4, written by Neil Adams. He was at Comic Con. I seen him at the Michigan Comic Con just last month. Batman Last Night on Earth #3, written by Scott Snyder. And then Batman, the Batman's Grave #2 by Warren Ellis. Very popular writers there. Birds of Prey #2, written by Brian Azzarello. And then Detective Comics 1016, written by Peter J. Tomasi. Wow, they're already into 16 issues of this series. I remember when Detective Comics 1000 was just out only a couple of months back. Event Leviathan #6, written by Brian Michael Bendis. The Flash #83, which is getting a lot of praise, this particular series. I love that cover right there. Very nice. And this one, the variant covers. Flash Forward #3 by Scott Lobdell. And then Freedom Fighters #11 by Robert Venditti. After that, we have Gotham City Monsters number 3, written by Steve Orlando, which features Batwoman on the cover. I love that cover. Harleen number 3, cannot wait to get this series. Cannot wait. The origin of Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy number 3, written by Jody Houser. Inferior 5 number 3, written by Keith Giffen and Jeff Lemire. Nice. I don't like the cover though. Joker, Harley Quinn, Criminal Sanity number 2. Love that cover there. Very nice. This looks like this should be part of the Black Label. Written by Cami Garcia. Art by Mark Mayhew and Miko Soyan. And Justice League number 3 by Scott Snyder and James Tynion IV. Lois Lane number 5. Lois Lane number 5, written by Greg Rucka. Looney Tunes number 252. Matt picks the 20 dumbest of 2019. Wait, just 20? Mad number 11. Not interested in any of those. But for those who are, that's why this is a preview. Martian Manhunter number 2, written by Stephen Orlando. Artwork by Riley Rossmo. The variant cover of that is very nice. So, Metal Men number 2 by Dan Didio. Nice cover. RWBY number 2. And this is manga art. This is written by Marguerite Bennett. Art by Mirka Andolfo. It's interesting that both Marvel and DC are getting into a lot of manga art now, or Japanese art. Supergirl Annual number 2 by Robert Venditti. That's a very creepy cover there. Like it. Reminds me of the Batman Who Laughs. Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen number 5. Wonder Woman number 83. Always loving those Wonder Woman covers. Very nice. Basket Full of Heads, a series I said I wanted to collect, written by Joe Hill, art by Leomax, if I'm pronouncing that right. And this is part of the Black Label, not for children. And this issue will have 2 covers. I actually covered this in a previous video I did on DC previews. Books of Magic number 14 by Kat Howard and Cy Spurrier. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name right. Sorry if I am not. The Dreamy number 15, written by Cy Spurrier. Again, same guy. Art by Bilquis Eveli. And cover art by Yannick Paquette. House of Whispers number 15 by Nalo Hopkinson and Dave Waters. Okay, nice cover there too. The Last God number 2 by Philip Kennedy Johnson. Lucifer number 14, written by Dan Waters. Okay. Collapser number 5, written by Mickey Way and Sean Simon. Doom Patrol Weight of the Worlds number 5, a show that is actually streaming on the DC network. Written by Becky Cloonan and Michael Conrad. Dial H for Hero number 9, written by Sam Humphries. Wonder Twins number 9, written by Mark Russell. Nice cover in both of those. Young Justice number 10, written by Brian Michael Bendis. Here's a variant cover here. And then we get into the dollar comics, which I said before. The DC's finally about to start doing dollar comics. I'm so happy that they are. It helps people like me to catch up on a lot of DC comics who can't afford to buy them at shelf price or regular retail price because I'm collecting so many other different things. And some of you probably are too. So here are the dollar comics here. Blackest Night number 1, Flashpoint number 1, Dollar Comics Infinite Crisis number 1, and Luther number 1. I will be getting all of those. Excellent. Then we get into Batman Universe number 5 by Brian Michael Bendis, Superman Up in the Sky number 5 by Tom King, Titans Burning Rage number 4 by Dan Jurgens, and Wonder Woman Come Back to Me number 5. All nice, very nice covers. And the collected editions right over here. Blackest Night Saga, Green Lantern, Green Arrow, Hard Traveling Heroes Deluxe Edition, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Omnibus, and Hellblazer Volume number 1 Original Sins Trade Paperback New Edition. Absolute Swamp Thing by Alan Moore Volume 2, very nice. Too bad they canceled the series. Aquaman Volume number 1, Unspoken Water. Very interested in getting that written by the infamous Kelly Sue DeConnick. Aquaman Volume number 2, Amnesty, also by Kelly Sue DeConnick. Batgirl Volume 6, Old Enemies by Marguerite Scott. Batman Volume number 11, The Fall and the Fallen. Batman Detective Comics Volume 2, Arkham Knight. Black Orchid, written by Neil Gaiman. Black Hawk, Blood and Iron by Howard Chaykin, Martin Pasco, and Mike Grell. Dial H for Hero, Volume 1, Enter the Heroverse. PC Poster Portfolio by Joshua Middleton. Very nice. I love that there. That's Batgirl. I like that drawing of her. And then Family Furies by Sisto Castellucci. The Green Lantern, Volume 1, Intergalactic Lawman. I would definitely like to get that by Grant Morrison. Green Lantern, Volume 2, The Day the Stars Fell. Green Lantern Rebirth Deluxe Edition. Mr. Miracle by Steve Englehart and Steve Gerber. Very first DC Comics is reprinted for the first time. Famous First Edition New Fun #1. I'll move this out of the way here. Hold on. Pearl #2 by Brian Michael Bendis. Get that back into focus. Promethea Deluxe Edition book #2. Very nice. Super Friends Saturday Morning Comics Volume #1. Very nice there. Reminds me of one of my kiddie days. Supergirl Volume 2 Sins of the Circle by Mark Andreyko. Superman for Tomorrow 15th Anniversary Deluxe Edition. Superman Secret or Origin Deluxe. And that looks just like Christopher Reeve by Jeff Johns. Probably was his intention to draw him like that. Superman Batman Omnibus Volume #1 by Jeff Loeb, Mark Verheiden, and others. Swamp Thing, The Volume Bronze Age Volume 2. Teen Titans Deathstroke, The Terminus Agenda. Wonder Woman, The War of the Gods Omnibus. Watchmen Champion, hardcover, Ray Winninger and Daniel Greenberg, Dennis O'Neil, and others. And then it gets into other collected editions over here. Legion of Superheroes, Lucifer, and Absolute Crisis. And then it just gets into the toy collections and whatnot, you know, the collectibles, blah, 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 blah. Okay, and other hardcover edition books from DC. All right, so that's it. That's all, y'all. We're going to end this video highlighting this cover again. Far Sector coming out November the 13th. I can't wait to get this from the DC lineup. Let's move Mr. John Stewart back over here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Happy Comic Book Day, Comic Book Week. Peace, love, and hair grease.